Good morning, guys. Good morning. Happy Saturday. Let's start standing in a forward fold. So you might start with hips distance feet and then kind of go from there. I almost always take my feet as wide as the mat. So if that works for you and that feels good for you, you will do that. You can grab opposite elbows or let your arms hang. You can sway from side to side. Bring your fingertips to the shins lengthen forward on an inhale. And then on your exhale, forward fold back down. Take a different forward fold, maybe grabbing opposite elbows the opposite way, or binding behind your back. And then release the hands to the mat, fingertips to the mat. Walk your hands over to the right. As you get over to the right, and you can put your hands on a block if that's more comfortable. Bend your right leg. Try to straighten your left leg. And then keeping your hands where they are, bend your left leg now, straighten your right leg. See if you can push your hips even further towards the left side of your mat, and maybe even crawl your hands further towards the right. Just so you're getting some feedback on the left side of the body there. And then walk it back towards center. And over to the left. As you get over to the left, bend your left leg first. Straighten through your right as much as you can. Straighten your left leg, bend your right leg, drive your hips even further to the right side of your mat. Maybe crawl your fingertips further to the left if that feels good. Just exploring some depth here. Sensation in the body, exploring your breath. Good, walk it back towards center. Take a breath in again, lift chest, lengthen forward. Exhale, forward fold. Good, do that one more time. Inhale, lift chest, lengthen forward. Exhale, forward fold. If your feet are wide, heel toe your feet in a little bit closer, let's say hips distance. And then let your arms hang heavy, bend your legs nice and slow. You will roll all the way up to stand. And if you're not towards the top of the mat, go ahead and step towards the top of the mat. And maybe just pausing here for a moment and close your eyes or soft gaze, just checking in. The idea is to kind of check in on how we're doing in all of this as we move along. So you might feel tension already in the physical structure, but know that some of that hopefully will subside as we find our way towards the end of our journey on the mat. But there's no expectations. Moving and breathing, connecting, finding ways to connect. Take a deep breath in. A continuous exhale breath all the way out. Eyes can open whenever you're ready. Next inhale, reach up. On your exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift chest, lengthen forward. On your exhale, step it back to plank, top of a push-up. And when you get to plank, start to shift your weight forward and back, maintaining your plank. So feeling some activation starting to happen, or the process of within the legs, the core. And then also working into the wrists here and the toes. And the next time you come forward, take a breath in. 5 count, lower to the belly, chaturanga. 5, good. 4, 3, 2, all the way down on 1. Fingertips off the mat. 10 and 2. Inhale, you'll wave yourself up. Maybe the head's the last thing that lifts. You can wiggle around however you need to. Exhale, back down, belly, chest, forehead. Do that again. Inhale, wave yourself up. Good. Exhale, down. 3 more. Inhale, wave yourself up. Exhale, down. Inhale, wave yourself up. Good. Exhale, down. Last one. Inhale, wave yourself up. Exhale, down. Good. Press yourself up to a tabletop. Spend a few breaths in tabletop, moving around. That could be circles, shoulders around wrists. That might look like rolling through the spine, stretching the wrists. Anything else that sparks some interest or curiosity. That's more or less what you're chasing. Something that you're interested in exploring a little bit deeper, physically speaking, but also, mentally speaking, emotionally speaking. Your way back to neutral spine, tuck toes, lift hips, downward facing dog. As you get to down dog, maybe you continue some movement there, bending and straightening, pedaling out feet. On your next next inhale, let's give the right leg a lift up. Bend the leg, open the hip, and then take 2 big circles one direction and then 2 big circles the opposite direction. That could be with a straight leg, bent leg. On your next exhale, right knee will travel to right elbow. Look towards right hand, step right outside that right hand. Bump your back foot a little bit to the left, so you're in a lizard lunge, and then circling your hips here as well. Spin your back heel flat, walk your hands to the upper left corner of your mat, so you're in that kind of down dog lunge position. And don't be afraid here to straighten that front leg, or even finding some variation of a twist. You could work into a flying monkey to the back, many different spaces to move from in all of these shapes and transitions. Walk your hands back towards center. Step your left foot outside your left hand. And as you get there, turn your toes out, your heels in. Put your hands or place your hands on your shins. And then just start to sit your bum more or less like a yogi squat. And then from here, you'll lift and fold, trying to keep your hands on your shins as much as you can. You're going to go back and forth. Know that you can release your hands at any point. Just bending, sitting low, and then folding. Last 10, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. You're going to hold your yogi squat on 1. Reach your arms up. Make fists with your hands. Open your hands, make fists open, and then go as quickly as you can. Try to find a little more length through your spine, even if that requires you to lift your hips a bit. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. On 1, forward fold. Take a breath in, lift chest, lengthen forward. Step your left foot back to that lizard lunge. Still on the right side. And then get so strong in your legs that you can reach your right arm forward. Keep reaching your right arm forward, reach your left arm forward as well. Establish balance here. Take your hands behind your head. Take a breath in, exhale, twist and turn towards your right leg. We're doing this 5 times. Inhale, square your chest. Exhale, twist and turn. Good. Inhale, square your chest. Exhale, twist and turn. That's 3. Inhale, square your chest. Exhale, twist and turn. Good. Inhale, square chest. Last one. Exhale, twist and turn. Hold. Reach your right arm towards the sky. Left hand can touch down, or maybe you hover it off the mat for 4. Good. 3, 2. On 1, right hand to mat. Lower your back knee down. Half splits. Hands can stay inside that front foot if that feels good. Maybe walking the hands over to the right in any kind of a twist.
Ain't nobody close. Ain't nobody. I want you to myself. Ain't nobody.
Okay, walk it back towards center. Rebend your front leg. Tuck your back toes under. Make sure your hands are flat inside that front foot, shoulder width apart more or less. And then I want you to push off your back toes so you feel your weight transfer into your arms, and however you can, try to float your right foot, your front foot. Step back to plank. Same leg, tap your right knee to your right elbow. Hold there. Feel the fingertips of your right hand grip the mat, and then come up onto the fingertips of your left hand. You can stay there. Try to float your left hand in any capacity for 5, for 4, 3, 2. Listen carefully. Keep the knee where it is on 1. Set your left hand back down. You're going to start to bend your arms. Think chaturanga. Your right knee is going to slide off your elbow until you come all the way down into half frog. As you get there, lift your chest, slide your right arm out in front. Your left arm slides underneath the right, roll into your left shoulder, and then cactus your right arm. From there, move that elbow up and down, maybe take some big circles with the arm. Yourself back to the belly of the chest. Keep your legs, bring your hands flat by your rib cage. So when you press up to tabletop, you're going to this kickstand position. So as you straighten your leg out, your right foot, walk your hands back, keep your left toes tucked under, and then sit back towards your left heel. And then you're going to go back and forth like that, sitting towards the heel, rocking, and move as quick as you want, as slow as you want. Next time you sit back towards the heel, pause there. Maybe lower the elbows. Option to stay in that space, or walk your hands over towards your right foot. that feels stable, you might take your right hand and wrap it around your back. Try to suction cup that right foot to the mat so the pinky edge is driving down. Last 2 breaths. Walk it back towards center. Come off the left heel. Right knee returns to mat. So you're back to a tabletop, and a couple of breaths here again to do whatever. Rolling through the spine, maybe sitting back to child's pose, bending and straightening the arms. And then make your way back to a neutral spine. Tuck your toes under. Hover your knees a couple inches off the mat. Inhale your heart, forward cow. Exhale, round your back cat. Inhale your heart, forward cow. Exhale, round your back cat. One more. Inhale, heart, forward cow. Exhale, round your back cat. Neutral spine, take a breath in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Nice. On your inhale, lift heels, bend legs. Chest towards thighs. Chin to chest. Wave yourself forward to plank. 5 count lower to the belly, chaturanga. 5, 4, 3, 2, all the way down on 1. Fingertips off the mat. 10 and 2. Inhale, wave yourself up. Exhale, down. 2 more. Inhale, wave yourself up. Exhale, down. Good, last one. Inhale, wave yourself up, hold there. Lower just your belly, keep your chest lifted, float your legs behind you, strong and straight. Cactus your arms here. Inhale, reach the arms straight forward. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, reach the arms straight forward. Exhale, cactus. Good, one more. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, cactus, hold there. Can everything get higher, lifted, but still longer in the spine for 3? Good, for 2. On 1, press it up to plank however you can. Inhale, exhale, back downward facing dog. Nice, good. Okay, left leg. Give it a lift up. Bend the leg, open the hip, and then take 2 circles one direction, 2 circles the opposite direction. Next exhale, left knee travels to left elbow. Look at that left hand, step right outside your left hand. And then move around here, bump that back foot to the right, circling. You can also bounce your hips. And then that back heel is going to spin flat. Walk your hands to the upper right corner of the mat so you're in that down dog lunge. And then time here also to straighten potentially through that front leg or taking a twist, flying monkey.
In the dark.
Back towards center, right foot travels outside, right hand. Find a yogi squat again here. Let's reach the arms up.
You'll be lost in the woods.
Take a breath in on an exhale. Thread your arms through your legs towards the back of the room as you straighten-ish through the legs, and then rebend. Arms reach up, back and forth like this at your pace. As quick as you want, as slow as you want. Last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold your yogi squat on 1, reach up. Again, make fists with your hands. Open the hands, make fists, and then go as quickly as you can. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. On 1, forward fold.
You don't have to face it alone in the dark.
Inhale, lift chest, lengthen forward. And then step your right foot back so you're back to that lizard lunge again. Get so strong here in the legs that the left arm can reach forward. And then the right arm reaches forward. Take your hands behind your head. Inhale here, exhale, twist and turn to your left leg, playing with balance here. Inhale, square your chest. Exhale, twist and turn. Inhale, square. Exhale, twist and turn. Inhale, square. Last 2. Exhale, twist and turn. Inhale, square. Exhale, twist and turn. Hold. Reach your left arm towards the sky. Maybe the right hand hovers or it touches down for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hands return to mat. Back knee down. Half splits. Maybe hands inside that front foot. And know that you can take some variation of a twist. Next inhale, rebend your front leg. Lift your back knee. Check it with your hand, just making sure they're shoulder width apart more or less. And I want you to push off your toes so your weight shifts forward. From here, try to hover your left foot. Whatever that looks like. That could just be the heel. It could be the entire foot. Give me one more breath there. Good. Step back to plank. Hold. Same leg. Left knee taps left elbow. Shift your weight into your left hand. Come up on the fingertips of your right hand. Maybe try to float your right hand. 5. Nice. Good. 4, 3, 2. Keep that knee where it is on one. Right hand returns to mat. Hold. Now bend your arms. Think chaturanga. Your left knee slides off your elbow all the way down to the mat until you're in half frog. Left arm reaches out in front. Right arm threads underneath. And then you can roll onto your right shoulder. Really work on opening that left shoulder, your upper back in that twist. Yeah, you can take circles. You can cactus and keep that arm there if that feels good. Roll yourself back to the belly of the chest. Hands near the rib cage, just so you can press yourself up into that tabletop with the left leg extended out towards the side of the room in that kickstand. Tuck your right toes under. Sit towards your heel. And then spring yourself forward. You're just going to go back and forth like that. Working into those right toes. If you can, you keep them tucked. Obviously, if that doesn't feel great, you can always keep the top of the foot down too. Next time you sit back, pause there. Maybe the elbows lower or walk your hands over to the left. You can get over to the left. The left arm can wrap around the back. And see if you can suction cup that left foot towards the floor a bit more. Walk it back towards center, come off the heel. Left knee returns the mat to your tabletop. Let's sit back to child's pose here for a moment. Maybe the arms walk forward or they can also extend back if that feels good. Give me a couple breaths here. Establishing your breath, so finding a measure to it. Okay, from here, slide yourself out to a puppy pose.
In the week, Friday night, I'm in love. I'm tired, I can't sleep. I dream of us in front of God. Cold kiss.
Slide yourself all the way out into your belly. As soon as you get there, cactus your arms. On an inhale, everything lifts up. Chest, cactus arms, legs. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift up. Good, fire up that backside. Exhale, lower down. 3 more. Inhale, lift. Nice, exhale down. Inhale, lift. Exhale down, last one. Inhale, lift, hold there. If you want to reach back, if you want to bind or take something different, you have time here for 5, for 4, 3, 2. Can everything stay lifted? Set your hands flat by your rib cage. Toes to mat. Press yourself up to plank. Take a breath in there. Exhale, lower chaturanga. Upward facing or your cobra. Spend a few breaths there. Maybe dipping your hips right to left or looking right to left. And then eventually making your way back. Downward facing dog. Good. Take a breath in there. Maybe an exhale breath. Okay, your right leg, give it a lift up. On your exhale, right knee travels to right eye. Look forward, step forward, come on up, crescent A. So you're on the toes of your back foot as the arms will reach up. Inhale there. Know that you can bend your back leg as much as you need to or want to. Hands to heart, lean forward. Feel your weight shift forward and then try to lift up that back leg where you're seeing. Good. Your bottom leg, can it stay bending? And the shoulder blades, as you wrap more in your back, notice how much height that you'll get with that chest. Take a breath in here. On an exhale, straighten your bottom leg. Just one time. Inhale, bend your bottom leg. Good, hold there. Next inhale, start to turn open to half moon. Your hands can stay where they are, or the right hand can travel to a block or the mat. You'll have many opportunities to work through this, so just know that that's coming. Keep driving that heel to the back of the room. One more breath. Good, bend your bottom leg, slow step back, warrior B on your exhale. Nice, take a breath in. Exhale, sit a little lower there. Do that again, take a breath in. Exhale, sit a little lower there. Good, give me one more full breath. And then you'll straighten your front leg, flip yourself to the back triangle. So your left toes become your front toes facing towards the back, your right toes turn in. And as you reach out towards that back wall, you're working on finding length first and then down. Left hand can work towards shin. Don't worry so much, or try not to worry so much about how low your bottom hand gets, but how much length on the left side of the body can you just discover, uncover there. Give me one more breath. Inhale, rise all the way up, goddess, facing out towards the side of the room. Click your heels in, turn your toes out. Sway a bit here, maybe drop a shoulder. You can take your hands to your inner thighs, drop a shoulder to one direction, and then switching. Bounce in the hips. Okay, make your way back to center. Reach up with the arms, hold there. Keep your legs bent. Lift just your left heel off the mat. Just your left heel, yep. We're gonna pivot around to the front, double bent leg lunge, meaning your back knee, I want you to hover it off the mat, yes, and then feel your hips shift back a little bit and see if you can explore more depth there. Tailbone lengthening down. Give me one more breath. On your exhale, shallow dive your hands to the mat, standing splits, or if you want a handstand kick, here's the opportunity. Standing splits or a handstand kick. Next exhale, step your left toes back to runners, and then take your right leg to the sky, down dog split. Bend the leg, stay there, flip it over wilds. Inhale, flip it back, step it back, vinyasa. Left leg, inhale, give it a lift. Exhale, left knee towards left eye, pushing off those back toes, look forward, step forward, come on up, crescent A, arms will reach up when you feel ready. Driving off your back toes. Hands to heart, lean your body forward, feel the weight transfer first, yeah, and then as lightly as you can, more see. Your bottom leg, try to keep it bent, but keeping the chest elevated as well as a lifted leg. One time here, take a breath in, exhale, straighten your bottom leg. Inhale, bend your bottom leg. I want you to exhale there. Inhale, start to turn open towards me, half moon anyway. You want to take this, maybe keeping the hands up hard or floating. Bend your bottom leg, slow step back, warrior B on your exhale. Take a breath in there. Exhale, sit a little lower. Another breath in. Exhale, sit a little lower. One more full cycle of breath. And then inhale as you straighten your front leg. All you're doing is flipping your feet around towards the back, extending outward with that right arm, and then down you go towards your triangle. That bottom hand can eventually maybe even play with hovering as you really establish your legs. And then your right hip, which is your front leg, is traveling towards your back heel. Last full cycle of breath. Okay, inhale, rise all the way up, click your heels in, turn your toes out towards me, goddess. Some time here again also to move. It might be helpful too to shorten the stance. I almost always shorten the stance a little bit, especially when we transition to that double bent leg lunge. So you're in a good position there when you get to the front. Okay, reach the arms up. Lift your back heel up off the mat. Pivot around towards the front, double bent leg lunge. As you drive into that front foot, think about shifting your hips back but maintaining connection to your core. Last full breath here. Maybe you can find more depth. And then on your exhale, shallow dive your hands forward, standing splits or a handstand kick. Next exhale, step your right foot back to runners. Plant your hands, send your left leg to the sky. 3-limb down dog. Good, bend the leg, stay there, or flip it over wild. Good, inhale, flip it back, step it back. Take your version of vinyasa, whether that's just going to down dog or taking an extra push-up. You get to make that choice always. Back to down dog when you're ready. Okay, we're gonna do that again a little bit more with pace. Right leg, give it a lift up, inhale. Exhale, right knee towards right eye. Look forward, step forward. Come on up, crescent A, inhale. Hands to heart, exhale, lean forward, warrior C. Your bottom leg, can it stay bent? We're gonna do this 2 times. Take a breath in. Exhale, straighten your bottom leg. Inhale, bend your bottom leg. Exhale, straighten bottom leg. Inhale, bend, pause, exhale there. Next inhale, open to half moon. That lifted heel driving towards the back of the room. And then on your next exhale, slow step back, warrior B. Good, take a breath in. Exhale, sit a little lower. And the next inhale, you straighten front leg, flip to the back, triangle.
I see the lights at the finish. I see the hole.
Inhale, rise up, goddess, facing towards the side of the room. Click your heels in, turn your toes out, reach your arms up. Lift just your left heel off the mat. Inhale, exhale, double bent leg lunge to the front. Hover that knee off the mat as much as you possibly can. And then on your exhale, shallow dive the hands forward, standing splits or a handstand kick. You got time here, so I won't rush you through this if you're working on a handstand. Good, slow step back, left toes, plant your hands, right leg to sky, down dog split. Good, bend the leg, maybe stay there, flip it over, wild. Inhale, exhale, flip it back, step it back. Vinyasa, good. Upward facing, Urdhva Mukha. Exhale, back you go. Downward facing. Nice, left leg. Inhale, give it a lift. Left knee travel towards left eye. Look forward, step forward. Inhale, come on up, crescent A. Hands to heart, lean forward. Warrior C on your exhale. Here as well, bend your bottom leg, take a breath in, exhale, straighten your bottom leg. Just applying some effort. Inhale, bend the bottom leg, good. Exhale, straighten the bottom leg. Inhale, bend, pause, exhale there. And then inhale, open to half moon. Nice. Bend that bottom leg, slow step back, warrior B, exhale. Inhale there, full cycle of breath, exhale. And then straighten that front leg, flip yourself around to the back, triangle. Inhale, rise back up, find your goddess. Heels click in, toes turn up. Arms will reach up and then lift just your right heel off the mat, your back heel, pivot around to the front, double bent leg lunge. Hands will return to mat, shallow dive standing splits or handstand kick. Next exhale, step back to runners. Left leg to sky, 3-limb down dog. Bend the leg, stay there, or flip it over wild. Flip it back, step it back. Vinyasa chaturanga. Good, upward facing or your cobra. Exhale back, downward facing. Hold down dog for a moment, take a breath in. Exhale there. We're gonna take that one more time, but I'm gonna slow it down, everything on a 5 count. So it's always interesting when we take everything on a 5 count. So just, do what you can. Just know that it moves a little bit slower. Okay, here we go. Right leg without flinging your leg up. Slow, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold there on 1. Lift your bottom heel off the mat. Bend your bottom leg. Push your chest towards your bottom leg. Yep, keep your lifted leg straight though. Yeah. 5 count, knee towards eye. 5, hug that thigh in slow. 4, push off your left toes. 3, 2, pause there on 1. Flex your lifted foot, a 5 count, step forward slow. 5, good, however you can. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Crescent A on a 5 count, arms reach forward. 5, good. 4, 3, 2, on 1, pause there. Hands to heart, lean forward, 5 count to warrior C. 5, 4, 3, 2, good. Hold there on 1. Bottom leg is bending. 3 times now. Exhale, straighten your bottom leg. Inhale, bend your bottom leg. Exhale, straighten bottom leg. Good, one more. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. Now inhale, bend, hold there. 5 count to half moon or full moon. 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold there on 1. 5 count to warrior B. 5, 4, 3, 2. Good on 1. Take a full cycle of breath. Settle in that pocket. And then a 5 count to triangle at the back. 5, 4, 3, 2. Good on 1. A full breath there. That's probably the easiest transition on a 5 count. Wait till we get to up dog. Okay, 5 count to goddess. 5. Come on up slow. 4, 3. Nice. 2. You might shorten your stance here. We're going to lift both heels up 5 times. On your inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, set them down. Inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, set them down. Inhale, lift your heels. Good. Exhale, down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. Last one. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. Now lift just your left heel. 5 count to the front, double bent leg lunge. 5, 4. Good. 3, 2. Pause there on 1. Again, try to sit in that space, that pocket there. Try to bend that back leg further. 5 count. You're going to shallow dive forward, standing splits or handstand. 5, 4. It's almost like you could move through warrior C to some degree. 3 or standing L. 2. Good. Hold there on 1. A 5 count to runners. Again, maybe moving through warrior C if you want to challenge yourself by reaching the arms forward. 4. Eventually your hands will land on the mat. 3. Good. 2. On 1, hands flat, right leg up to sky. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bend that lifted leg, stay there, or flip it over wild. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Give me a full cycle of breath there. 5 count back to plank. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. 5 count chaturanga. 5, 4, 3, 2. On 1, up dog. 5 counter cobra. 4. Good. 3, 2, and 1. Down dog. 5, 4. Try to puff up through your shoulder blades. Protract. 3. Good. 2, and 1. All right. Take a breath there. Okay, left leg. Last time like that. 5 count lift. 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold there on 1. Lift your bottom heel. Bend your bottom leg. Keep your lifted leg as straight as you can, but try to push your chest towards that bent bottom leg. That's your power there. On a 5 count, left knee, lifted leg towards eye. 5, 4. Good. 3, 2. Hold there on 1. Try to flex your lifted foot. 5 count, step forward. 5. However you can. 4. Even if you come up onto the fingertips of one of your hands. 2. And 1. Good. 5 count, crescent A. Arms can reach. 5. Forward. 4. 3. Keep pushing off your back toes. 2. Good on 1. Pause there. Give me a full breath. Hands to heart. Lean forward. 5 count forward. 5 to warrior C. 4. 3. 2. Good. Pause there on 1. On an exhale, straighten your bottom leg. Inhale, bend your bottom leg. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, bend. Last one. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, bend. Pause. 5 count to half moon or full moon. 5, 4, 3, 2. Good. You got time there. Give me an extra breath. 5 count. You're stepping back to warrior B. 5, 4, 3, 2. Good on 1. Take a breath in. Exhale, sit a little lower. 5 count to the back triangle. 5 as you turn those toes. 4. Think about reaching out to that back wall. 3 and then working downward. 2. Good. On 1. Hold there. 5 count to goddess. 5, 4, 3, 2. Maybe shorten your stance a little bit here, knowing that you're going to lift your heels on 1. Okay, 5 times. Inhale, lift the heels up. Exhale, down. Hands can be wherever. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, down. Inhale, lift up. Nice. Exhale, down. Last 2. Inhale, lift up. Exhale down. Inhale, lift up. Good. Exhale down. Now lift just your right heel. 5 count to the front. Double bent leg lunge. 5, 4, 3, 2. Good. Pause there on 1. 5 count. Shallow dive the hands forward. Standing splits or handstand. 5, 4, 3, 2. Good. Hold there on 1. 5 count to runners, maybe moving back through warrior C or standing L. 4. Good. 3, 2, and 1. Hands to mat. Left leg to sky. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bend the leg. Flip it over. 5, or stay there. 4. Good. 3, 2, and 1. Pause. 5 count back to plank. 5, 4, 3, 2. On 1, a 10 count to the belly. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. All the way down on 1. Relax. I thought about an 8 count, but I think 5 was probably enough, right? Nothing on an 8 count. Who needs an 8 count? That's crazy. If you're taking your gaze to one side, switch your gaze. Okay, forehead to the mat. Let's take a shoulder stretch. So let's go right arm first. So you'll extend your right arm out towards the right. It can be straight out right or cactus. Roll onto your right hip. Left foot can land behind. Roll yourself back to the belly. Switch. Left arm. Cactus or straight out. Rolling onto your left hip. Roll yourself back to the belly of the chest. You're gonna come up onto your elbows. If your hands are off the mat, just scoot yourself back so you remain on the mat more or less here. Okay, tuck your toes under, feet, hips distance apart, more or less. Take a breath in. On an exhale, lift up to elbow plank. Hold there. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. On 1, lower down. Take a breath in. Just 5 count this time. Exhale, lift up. 5, 4, 3, 2. On 1, lower down. Last one, moving on from here. Breath in. Exhale, lift up, hold. 5, 4, 3, 2. Keep your hips lifted. Spin your heels to the right. Come up onto the fingertips of your left hand. You can stay just like that. Otherwise, step your left foot behind you on that flip dog wild. Maybe the left arm eventually reaches towards the sky or over your head. Give me one more breath. You're going to find side plank the opposite way. So plant your left palm flat. Big push into that left arm. Side plank facing towards the right. Right arm will reach up. Your right leg lifted up. Hug it into your chest. Slow and controlled step to the top of your mat. Pop it up, warrior C. One more time on this right leg. As you get there, and your hands can be down, also fingertips if you prefer that. I want you to bend your lifted leg. Good, bend your bottom leg as well. And try to tap your lifted knee outside your bottom shin. So like towards the outer part of the right shin. Lean to the left and see if you can get your left shoulder super close to the mat without anything touching other than your right foot, or if you have your fingertips down, great too. 5, good, 4, 3. Take this slow. 2, you're gonna drive to stand, one-legged Tadasana out in front of you. The slower you move, you might find more balance there. Good. Okay, the fun part, kick your leg out straight. Taking a pistol squat, so you either grab your foot or you just sit down and you can work through Utkatasana, because we're going all the way down to low boat. So if you're grabbing your foot, great. Otherwise, start to bend your right leg, maybe float the left leg. Eventually, you sit down and find low boat. Take a breath in. Exhale up, high boat. Inhale, lower, low boat. Exhale up, high boat. Inhale, lower, low boat. Exhale, lift. One more. Inhale, lower low boat, hold. Reach your arms over your head. Exhale, up, high boats. Okay, plant your right foot. Plant your left hand. So you're going to still stay towards the front of the room. Lift your hips. Try to drive your left foot underneath you as you step back and lower the knee down. So you're still facing towards the front. As you get here, got your hands down. Keep your back toes tucked. You're going to sit towards your left heel. Yep. Walk your hands back. Maybe this is where you stay. Otherwise, try to lift your left knee off the mat like we do in this one-footed toe stand. Option 2, float the arms. Option 3, float your right leg. Try to find action in that right quad. That's going to help you lift. 4, 3, 2. Now bend your right leg. Set your foot flat a little closer to your left knee. You're going to transition over here towards the window into a yogi squat. So try to work through your hips. A little mobility work here. And then you're going to flip to the back. Lower the right knee down. Same thing here, facing towards the back. Sit towards your right heel. Lift your right knee up. Maybe try to float your left leg in any way. Bend that left leg, set the left foot flat back through that yogi squat. Again, working through the hips. One more time to the front. Lower the knee down. You'll notice that when your foot is a little closer to that front knee, it makes it easier to make that transition. Good, one more. Right foot down, back through yogi squat. Moving on from here towards the back. Lower the knee, sit to the heel, lift the knee. Maybe float the left leg. And then set that left foot flat. Shiva squat facing the back of the room. Right knee taps left calf. Right knee taps left calf. Look down, right fingertips down, left arm will reach up. So you're gonna Shiva squat with a twist. And then really slow and controlled, kick that right leg straight back into revolved half moon. Can your left hip move back a bit? Yeah, so you find more length through the left side of your torso here. Try to lift this leg up a little more. Yeah, there it is right there. Give me one more breath. Yeah, that's good. Keep your twist, look down. You're gonna step your right toes back to that crescent A position, more or less. When you come up, left hand's gonna slide down that back leg as your right arm reaches towards the sky. And then I want you to bend your back leg and try to straighten through your front leg. Rebend your front leg, right hand returns to mat. Any variation of side plank on the right side. Maybe you're grabbing big toe, maybe you're grabbing knee. Quick transition the opposite way, fallen triangle. Set that left hand down, your left leg kicks out underneath you over here towards the window. And then look at your left wrist. See if you can lower your hips somewhere near your left wrist. Good. Walk, as you sit down, walk your hands in between the middle of your legs, and then sway your upper body here, side to side. Okay, lift your chest up. This should be a lot of fun here. Frame your right leg. I try to hype myself up because I'm doing it also, so just know that's why. Okay, hands frame your right leg. So you're trying to lift this right leg up. Good, set it down however you can. Yep, inhale, lift it up. Good, exhale, set it down. One more. Inhale, lift it up. You're gonna hold there, pulse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Set it down. Whew, over your left leg. Inhale, lift it up however you can. Exhale it down. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale it down. Last one. Inhale, lift it up. Pulse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You're down. Take your right leg, bend it across your foot, across your pubic bone. Plant your right hand on the outside of your right knee. Lift your hips up my direction into this modified side plank. Should feel good to stretch through the front there. And then float your left leg, look down. All you're doing is bending your left leg, pull that foot towards the top of your mat, land it. Shiva squat again, right knee taps left calf. One more twist here. Utkatasana, right foot lands next to the left, reach the arms high, take a breath in. Exhale, prayer twist out towards me, right elbow outside that left thigh. Think about trying to drive that right hip back a little bit more. And then think about lifting the chest, lengthening, and see if that gives you more turn. Exhale. Good. Keep your twist, look down. Try hovering your right foot. Hovering your right foot. Maybe working into revolved half moon prayer. Eventually we will step those right toes back to a runner's prayer twist. And that's where we'll meet. If you want to bind, you can bind. 3, good. 2. Can you do this slowly? Start to lift your chest up. So think like crescent A, and then flying monkey to the back. Exhale. Nice.
Tell me something about who we were last night.
Wide-legged forward fold. As you get their opportunity to work handstand, center splits, headstand, maybe a twist of some sort.
I'm sorry for the things we
Either way, how can you take an interest in your breathing here, and how can it support you?
I'm sorry for the way we get when we get like that, when we get like that, when we get like that. I'm sorry for the way we fight for a fake crown. I'm sorry for the way we get.
If you're inverted, don't rush coming down. Come down when you're ready, as slow as you can. Come up onto the fingertips, inhale. Walk it around to the front, exhale to a runner's. Okay, take your hands to the mat, take your left leg to the sky. Last little bit here, left knee taps left elbow. Hold there. Try to come up on the fingertips of your right hand. Try to float your right hand. Keep your right hand floating, spin your back heel flat, kick your left leg towards the right side of the room, fall in triangle, but float it. Can that leg move forward a little bit more? One more breath. Now when you return the left foot to the mat, lower the right elbow down. So you got your right elbow down, left toes are on the mat. So your left arm, if you look at it, looks more or less like chaturanga, okay? So you're in this kind of funky elbow plank chaturanga nonsense. Keep your arms, walk your feet up to dolphin. This might be plenty. You just stay here, wrap the elbow in. Otherwise your left leg lifts to the sky. Those of you that are comfortable in dolphin and you want to kick up, kick up. The key to kicking up here is to bend your lifted leg, squeeze your heel towards your bum, and let that weight drive your body forward. Make sure you're looking down in between your thumb and your elbow there. Good times, right? Okay, elbow down, knees down, child's pose. Slide yourself out onto your belly.
I'm sorry for the way we get when we get like that, when we get like that, when we get like that. I'm sorry for the way we fight for a fake crown. I'm sorry for the way we get when we get like that, when we get like that, when we get like that.
Okay, take your fingertips off the mat. 10 and 2. Let's take a couple rounds of that cobra variation. Inhale, wave yourself up. Exhale down. Good. Inhale, wave it up. Nice. Exhale down. Last one. Inhale, wave it up. Hold there. Now you can transition to any other back bend you want to take here. Otherwise, stay where you are. If you want to grab your feet, Dhanurasana bow. You could bind behind your back.
I need to make this right. I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry.
And when you are down, good. Maybe windshield wiper the legs or circle the feet.
I'm finally feeling good. It's crazy, it's crazy.
Okay, settle the feet to the mat. Come up onto your elbows and your forearms. So second side, make sure you're on the mat more or less. You might have to scoot yourself back a little bit. Okay, tuck your toes under, feet hips distance or so. Take a breath in. On your exhale, lift up hips. 10, 9, 8, 7, good, 6, find that connection to your abdominals, 3, 2, and 1, lower down. Take a breath in, exhale, lift back up, 5 count, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, lower down. Good, last one, moving on from here. Inhale, exhale, lift up, 5, 4, 3, 2, keep your hips lifted, spin your heels to the left, fingertips of your right hand, maybe you stay there, otherwise your right foot steps behind, flip dog wild, and then the right arm eventually could reach over your head. Side plank the opposite way, so your right palm returns to mat, right palm returns to mat instead of the elbow. Good, left arm will reach up. Left leg will float off the right. Hug your left thigh into your chest, slow and controlled. Step to the top of your mat, pop it up, warrior C. Warrior C. Your bottom leg, bend it. Your lifted leg, bend it. Your lifted knee, can it travel outside your bottom foot in any capacity without touching anything else down? Can you lean to the right as if your right shoulder could touch? You kind of squeeze that heel up. Take this transition slow all the way to stand. One-legged Tadasana, right leg out in front of you. Okay, that pistol squat to low boat. And look, I recognize that is crazy, so you could literally just set your right foot down, lift your heels, and sit, okay? You don't have to do this nonsense that I'm making you do. But if you want to, great. Low boat eventually is where we go. Okay, once you get there, low boat, 10 times. Exhale, high boat. Inhale, lower, low boat. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Last 2. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Hold. Reach your arms over your head. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. High boat. Plant your left foot. Plant your right hand. Your right foot threads to the back of your mat. You're still facing towards the front. Lower the knee. Sit towards your heel. So second round of doing this, you might feel ready to work right into that one-legged stand. Bend that left leg, set the foot close to the right knee, and then pivot towards the right in that yogi squat, working through the hips. And then towards the back of the room, left knee lowers. Sit towards the heel, try to lift the knee, try to lift the right foot, maybe. Right foot down again, work through the middle, stay low. And then back towards the front, right knee down. Sit to heel, lift knee, maybe float left foot. Good, left foot down, back through center. Moving on towards the back, knee down. Good, try to lift knee eventually, maybe right foot. And then plant your right foot, Shiva squat, facing the back. Left knee taps, right calf. Your hands can be down as well. Can you keep your Shiva squat, left hand down, right arm reaches towards the sky. Keeping that Shiva squat as long as you can. Look down, keep your twist, straighten your left leg back into that revolved half moon, any way you want to work into this. Your left glute is what's going to help power up that left hip. And then you're yes, that was awesome. And then you're trying to find, trying to find more length through the right side. Lift here again. Yeah, there you go. Keep that twist, slowly look down, step back to that crescent position, and then your right hand's going to chase your back leg. Right hand chases your back leg as your left arm reaches up towards the sky. And then you're bending your back leg as you straighten through your front leg. Rebend your front leg, plant your left hand to mat. Any side plank variation towards the right side of the room. So left hand down, you can grab big toe, you can grab knee. Right foot can step directly on top of left. Your bottom arm, try to corkscrew that shoulder on your back and then see if that helps give you a little more lift. Okay, quick transition, fallen triangle the opposite way. Right leg swings underneath you towards the stereo. Good. Look down, lower your hips near your right wrist. Good. And then walk your hands down the center. Sway a little bit. And then come on up here, reach your arms up. going to start to tip your chest forward, but I really want you to keep a length through your spine. And then just get as far down as you can, maintaining that length. Really fire up your legs here. That's the key. And then a little pulsing of your hips. You could even take, or your chest, you could take your hands behind your head and just pulsing. Maybe you can get lower, but really working into the legs here. Okay, next inhale, rise all the way up. Plant your left hand right in front of your legs, in the middle of your legs. Plant your right hand behind you. Okay, one time on each side. You're either going to lift your hips up or you're going to try to float your legs. Here we go. Take a breath in. Exhale, lift. Good. Lower down. Walk your hands over towards the left. Take a breath in. Yeah, shake out that leg. On your exhale, lift. Good. Lower down. Walk it towards the middle. Down the middle. Fold. Inhale, you'll rise back up. Your left foot pulled across your pubic bone. Plant your left hand outside your left knee. Lift your hips up into this modified side plank. Push your hips towards that upper right corner. And then you're looking down. You're going back to Shiva squat. So float your right leg. Hug your right thigh in. Plant your right foot to the top of your mat. Left knee taps right calf. Utkatasana, last twist here. Take a breath in as the arms reach up. Exhale, prayer twist to the right. Left elbow working outside that right thigh. Good. Keep your twist. Look down. Try to float your left foot. Maybe you work into that prayer revolved half moon to start. No, eventually you're stepping to runner's twist. Yeah. And you can always lower your back knee down. You have a few more breaths here. Either way, keep trying to lengthen. On your next inhale, can the chest lift up slowly as you find flying monkey to the back on your exhale. Wide-legged forward fold. Time here if you want to get upside down. Frog pose, center splits.
I've been up all night. I'm still trying to find my mind. I've lost it.
If you're inverted as always, take your time coming down. Otherwise, come up onto the fingertips. Okay, last little bit here. Walk yourself around to the front. Plant your hands. Take your right leg to the sky. Good. Down dog split. Like we did in the beginning. Right knee taps right elbow. Hold there. Fingertips of your left hand. Maybe try to float your left hand. You keep your left hand floating, spin your back heel flat, kick your right leg underneath you, floating fallen triangle to the left. Can that right leg continue to drive forward even if it's on the mat? 2, good. Okay, on 1, lower your left elbow as your right foot returns to mat, lower your left elbow. So you have your right hand just for, you can always lower your knees down here if you're like, this is way too hard to hold while I'm talking. Your left elbow, right, is down. Your right hand is in line with that left elbow. Okay, so when you work into this elbow plank, the elbow hugs in. Okay, so when we get here and we walk our feet up, this continues to hug in. This might be where you work for a while. Otherwise, this right leg can lift up. And if you're not going to kick up, you can drop your gaze, but looking down is good. And then you squeeze this heel and you lean, and letting this foot try to carry you forward, maybe so much that this left foot lifts off the mat. Okay? A little kick is nice too. But I kept, like for me, I just keep squeezing and that foot eventually hangs and then eventually maybe it lifts up. Yeah, a lot of trust there because it's kind of funky. Okay, child's pose when you're done. Nice.
I lived in fear too. But I had to put on a brave mask and keep proving to myself and to the gang again and again
Make your way back to
that I
down
was
dog.
not afraid.
World so dark, finger on the trigger, a sight
If you want a vinyasa, inhale, wave it forward to plank, exhale, lower chaturanga, upward facing Urdhva Mukha. Exhale, you head back to down dog.
Sight of the man in the mirror, following her.
And then look forward, bend legs, hop, step, jump it to a seat. And then find your way onto your back. Nice.
Lost my way.
See, I can in fact finish class in 65 minutes. Hey. I don't always teach 90. Okay, bridge or upward facing bow. Let's finish with 2 back bends. Otherwise, you can stay where you are on your back. If you're coming on up, here we go. First one. Inhale, do your thing.
Hey, Roman numeral 7, babe, drop it like it's hot. If this world was mine, I'd take it, dreams and make them multiply. If this world was mine, I'd take it, enemies in front of God. Introduce them to that light.
Last 5 on this first one.
It's a bop, do your dance, let them watch. She a fan, he a flop. They just want
3,
kumbaya, nah.
2, on 1. Come on down nice and slow. Reach your arms towards the sky and make fists. Circle out your wrists. Open and close your hands a few times. Anything else that feels good on the wrists. And then second one. Here we go. Come on up. Bridge, upward facing bow. You could work Dhanurasana on the belly. Camel.
This world will
maybe you would stop, strike, course, and I'm with you, everything goes.
Last 5. 3, 2, on 1. Come on down. Once you get there, just rest.
If it was up to me, I wouldn't give it nobody no sympathy.
Maybe a few breaths here without doing anything. Closing the eyes and just taking a few deep breaths.
this world.
I'll give you the opportunity to finish how you wish here. You could go straight into Shavasana. I do that a lot when I practice at home by myself from back bends. Feels sometimes really nice to just drop right into it. But maybe because we're tired, that could be it too. But as always, right, twisting, shoulder stand, plow, any of those other shapes that you want to work into, those are great at the end. Just something that helps to slow you down, cool you down. So you're not fighting your breath when you get down, but also not fighting your body. And you can really drop into this calm, connected space. Your way into Shavasana. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, continuous breath all the way out. Letting that guide you into this restful space that you've created for yourself. This sanctuary within your physical structure that we are working so hard to connect to. Or at least understanding where we feel disconnected to the layers of our being. So as you melt to You start to make your way back. Let your re-entry be slow, calm. Maybe that's a deep breath in and out. Maybe that's some movement. Eventually the arms can reach over the head, spread fingers, spread toes, flex feet, point feet. One of the most beautiful aspects of this practice, so many, but one of the ones that I lean into a lot is that we get to choose what it looks like. Hug your knees in or set your feet flat, just to roll to one side. Every day you get to choose what it looks like, this practice for you, how it lands for you, how you move your body, the intensity level, the pace, the modifications. And that's unique, specific to what you need that day, what you want that day. Make your way up to a comfortable seat. And probably one of the most frustrating parts of it too is that no one can do it for you. You have to do it yourself. And so we learn a lot, discover a lot, uncover a lot. And sometimes that's not that deep either. Sometimes it's just sweating and moving, and that's beautiful too. Hands together at the center of the chest. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Honor your efforts here this morning. One Om. Inhale again. Namaste. Thanks, guys. Yeah, you're welcome. Happy Saturday. Have a great rest of your day. See y'all next week.